Judy, I would like to make an announcement.
Okay.
Today, if I can find, yes, here we go. Today is the pure anointment of the Drizzle King. That's right. I am here. My people, your king is here. Welcome.
I saw you changed your name on the TikTok. Or no, not the TikTok, sorry. The Twitters.
On Twix. On Twix. I am now Drizzle King - take a breath at takeabreathpod. And welcome to a conversation with Judy and Ryan right here on YouTube at takeabreathpod. You also can check us out, like my co-host Judy just said, on Twix, on TikTok for however long that thing's gonna last. You know, we've been shadow banned on there for some reason. I'm not worried about that so much as like maybe it's a good thing they shadow banned us because everything I read in the news says that they're going away pretty soon. So we'll see. We gotta start promoting on American companies like Instagram. They'll never get rid of Instagram.
Hey, we did our first post, y'all, on Instagram. So I'm gonna try to post more on there. So
Me too. Me too. We're gonna make this thing a full service social media factory for you. Wherever you social, we're gonna try and social. We tried to make you come to us, and nobody wanted to. It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah.
Oh man. All right. Real quick, this was trending in the news today, and. Well, Caitlin Clark was trending in the news today, and it was for something that happened at her draft press interview. Okay?
Oh, okay.
Judy has not seen any of this and hasn't heard this, so I just want to get her pure opinion on what she thinks about this interaction between Caitlin Clark and this news reporter. Okay?
Okay.
All right.
Hi, Caitlin. Greg Doyle, Indy Star. Real quick, let me do this.
So what he is doing is he's giving her the heart symbol where you take your two hands and you make a heart, okay?
Okay.
You like that?
I like that you're here. I like that you're here.
I do that at my family after every game, so
Okay,
it's
well,
pretty
let's
cool.
start doing it to me and we'll get along just fine. So, question is...
So that right there has the entire world in a kerfuffle. There we go. Just like I can't type today. Okay. Just like it has the entire world in a kerfuffle, right? How did you feel about that? About that interaction?
It's just okay, because one, it came from a man.
Men
it
are
just comes off
terrible.
as like it just comes off like
Oh,
a
man's
creepy
around.
vibe. No. And you could just tell by that, like, because every woman and girl has done like that awkward laugh, like the like kind of like, you know, brushing it off, like what you said.
Yeah,
But it's
I've
just, why
heard
would
that
you
laugh
bring that
constantly
up?
on this
Like-
show.
Anyways.
Oh, so look, I am not going to sit.
yeah.
I'm not going to sit here and say that it wasn't awkward. Okay, and maybe this is me being a chauvinist when I say it, but I don't feel like he was intentionally trying to be gross. Okay.
Yeah,
I think what
yeah.
happened. I think what happened is what a lot of people do is he had this thought where he's like, you know what? I'm gonna do this thing.
Yeah,
I'm gonna do this thing, and she's gonna see it, and like we're gonna have a moment, and it's gonna be awesome, and then we're gonna be BFFs forever. I'm gonna get all the interviews I need. It's gonna be great. And then what happened? she saw this middle-aged man giving her the heart symbol that she does not know, and she was a little freaked out just initially, right?
Yeah, like, oh,
So-
do you love me?
Exactly. So then I think he immediately picks up on the fact that she was not really here for it. And then in his brain, he's just like, abort. How do I get out of this the nicest way possible? But at the same time, I need to transition my next thing. And he said, like I said, I think his brain malfunctioned and it just like the dumbest thing possible came out of his mouth.
Yeah.
You keep doing it to me and we'll be in a good place or whatever it is.
And we'll be good. What is he? What?
That's what I'm saying. Like, it has that energy to me of the person who doesn't know how to like end the conversation. And they're like, you're like, okay, bye. And they're like walking away like, hey, giving you finger guns and like, hey, next week, right? All right, yeah. And like you're halfway down the
You
street.
can throw a heart out there.
Yeah, they're still like, hey, heart buddy, I'll see you later. Like you're in your car and they're still, so that's the energy that guy gave me. Now, like I said, maybe that's me being a chauvinist. I'm definitely a man, so that already makes me biased, right? But I think that what is this? Greg Doyle was the because even look what it says in the YouTube video itself. See, columnist Greg Doyle crossed the line with awkward exchange. Like he is getting lambasted in the press. And look, it was awkward. You got to take your licks. I'm not saying that. I just don't think that there was any kind of sexual
What was the last thing he said?
misogynistic aspect of it. Here, we'll play it
Like
again,
that, just
okay?
just that last portion.
So
You don't need to hear the.
Well,
pretty cool.
let's start doing it to me and we'll get along just fine. So
Start doing it to me and we'll get along just fine.
Okay. Start.
So
Why did he say it like that? Start doing it
because
to
he
me.
panicked. He had no idea what he was saying in that moment. Because that's not even like, it's not anything in a sexual, I don't know. It probably is, honestly. Like, I'm probably going to hear 15 angry women like, you don't even know, Ryan, okay? The things that I hear every day would astonish you. And that's just what Caitlin Clark has to deal with. Another thing that she has to deal with is her new salary, okay? So, do you know how much they make in the WNBA?
I think it's like under $100,000. I think a year or something.
Yes. Let's see. According to this article in CBSNews.com, Caitlin will have a starting salary of $75,535 and earn roughly $383,000 over the course of her WNBA career. Now, what I found interesting regarding that is that, and you told me about this earlier too, she's nearing a 8-figure deal with Nike, right? She already has State Farm money. Now she's getting Nike money because she's going to have the Caitlin Clark ones or whatever they call them, the CC ones. But she's only making $77,000 from the NBA. And we also know WNBA. So, well, I mean, the NBA subsidizes the WNBA. It's all the same. It's all one big racketeering plot, okay? One hand feeds the other hand. So she's only making the $77,000 a year, let's say, from the WNBA. And let's say that she even does what most WNBA athletes, the good ones anyway, I would assume all of them that can, but they go overseas and they play in Europe and Russia and Australia and all these places, right? So if the WNBA is literally paying her the least amount of money of all of her jobs,
Yeah.
I understand that she has her other jobs well, maybe not the overseas basketball, but the other endorsement deals thanks to the WNBA. But what happens if like one day Nike's like, we need you at this photo shoot, and the WNBA is like, well, no, we need you to talk to fans at this park? I mean, who do you think she's going to side with?
I mean, I would think she would be siding with Nike, but
Right.
I get, but that's the thing, right? It would never come to that.
We don't know.
I don't think it would.
I don't know WNBA Nike schedules. What if there's a very packed time, right? Especially everyone wants to get on this Caitlin Clark hype train right now. The WNBA draft had 2 million viewers, the most by a country mile, a country continent viewers of all time. They want to strike while the iron's hot. They're going to get her in as much cameras and as much people's faces as possible. And then Nike is going to drop their deal, and they're going to be like, whoa, we need some faces for her to be in. And that's when it starts.
Well, that's why you got to have a good business manager. So, Caitlin, I hope you have a good business manager out there.
I love your opinion on this topic. Thanks, Judy.
I don't like the hype that's surrounding Caitlin Clark.
Why?
I don't know why. That's the thing. Like, I don't know why I don't like it. I just don't.
This is what I came to hear then. Come on.
And all I hear, obviously, there's people on Twitter that are like, Caitlin Clark is a great player. There's nothing denying that. But they're like, but people needed they quote unquote savior from Angel Reese. And I go, why would they I hate that they always pin them together. Somehow it's always like Caitlin Clark versus Angel Reese. But why? They're good in their own perspectives. And yeah, so that was just my whole thing.
Well, I'll tell you why. Okay?
Yeah.
Because you're the most casual of casuals when it comes to knowing anything about women's basketball, right?
Yes.
Name me, and the WNBA draft just happened. Literally happened on Monday as we record this on Thursday. Mm-hmm. Name another player that was drafted.
Ooh, Cardosa. I just thought she was really pretty.
Sure?
So, yeah.
Are you sure? What's her name?
I don't know her first name, but
that's my point. No, that's literally my point, though. Okay, you don't get me wrong. I'll give you partial credit because you were way closer than I thought. I thought you were gonna be like, "Fuck," I don't know, right? But so I'll give you partial credit. But that's my point. Is that and you said that she was you noticed her because she was gorgeous or beautiful or what?
Yeah.
Right. So even her, right? You didn't know her name. Because it hasn't been in front of you because there hasn't been storylines. The champion from this year's team or this year's NCAA bracket, South Carolina, you couldn't name us unless Cardoza's on that team. You couldn't name a single player. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so she was. There you go.
She wasn't. Yeah.
But that is why people keep bringing up this specific thing. It's because as far as women's athletics, especially in basketball, has come, it's still in its infancy as far as mass appeal, right? And I think we are on the way to something really cool, but to answer your question. All right. Now, real quick.
Okay.
Oh, no, not that. This. So remember how I told you about the arms?
Yes, I knew you were going to bring it up.
If you're looking at TABPOD, the arms, man, good for you, Caitlin. I see you've been doing the dips in the gym, but her tricep and shoulder are in different area codes. It gives me the ick, man. Judy, what gives you the ick? Don't you love my segues for you?
You know what? These are so great. I will say. I love them every week. Oh my God. All right. So people who give me the ick work again. I notice people would like to CC my bosses, either my she boss, my he boss, whoever, thinking that I am going to respond faster just because they have my boss on there. And I'm like, no, I'm going to respond to your email as it comes, like if I have something else to like, I don't know why you're hurrying me thinking my boss is going to come out of his office or her office, be like, Judy, did you see that email from so-and-so? Can you get on that? They're not doing that. You don't need to CC my boss. It's like, I don't get it.
Maybe they're just doing it as a backup. Like, okay, so that's my question for you: is how do you know they're doing it specifically to get you to work faster?
It's just how my mind works. It's literally how
it's the vibe.
It's the vibe that this email's coming at me from. You CC my boss? What are you trying to do? You trying to catch me writing dirty? Like there is no reason for you to CC my boss in something that you're asking me for. Like, are you trying to like ask permission from my boss to do this task for you?
I mean, I totally see where you're coming from with that. Yeah. I really do. And I'm not saying that people don't do it as a form of sucking up, right? Like, see, I'm doing my job. I just want everyone to know I'm doing my job. I don't know if it was specifically to get to you to do your job faster. I think most of the time, it's the same thing like at my job at the boutique. I have to take notes. Like, even if I'm supposed to, I don't always do it as on the simplest things, right? Well, because like I'm supposed to even do it if someone calls in and asks a question and that's it. Mm-hmm. Like, okay, I understand if you want me to leave notes because someone took a payment, which I used to not do at all because all the other information is stored in there with like reference numbers and everything, right? But for the cover your ass part of it, we leave notes on everything. But sometimes I don't be leaving notes and then I be getting in trouble for stuff, right? So as a result... I now leave more notes on stuff. So when someone's like, well, why did Ryan leave notes on, the fact that this lady called in and said how much she loves peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, is because the one time I don't leave notes on it,
I got in trouble.
Yeah, right. So my point is like, let's say you accidentally erased that email and it got lost. Right? Mm-hmm. Now, granted, I know that she'll have her sent email and everything like that, but at least there's an instant backup for her, in her mind, in their mind. I don't know why I'm in their her. Mind. Of course, I'm a misogynist. I made it a her.
Damn it, Ryan. We're better than this.
I know. I should be better. I should be.
But yeah, that was just... And I notice a pattern and I go, why do people CC my boss in these things? Like, and my boss will tell me like, Judy, I have like 1,000 unread emails.
See, that's the thing that's the other thing that people don't get with it is that the reason the boss has an assistant is because the boss is too busy with boss stuff. Like,
yeah.
Oh, man.
Oh, man. It was fun, man. Today,
So my question though, obviously it's the same people or the same type of people, but are these also people that give you issues in other areas of the workplace?
No, I barely talk to them, honestly. Sometimes I don't even know how people know who I am. Like,
you're just
like, how did you find my contact?
I think you're just still pissed off that you didn't get that other job, to be honest.
Honestly, probably, but still. You know what the funniest thing about that too is that I looked today and it still says I'm under consideration. Like, recruiter, take me off already. Just say like not not qualified or whatever. They do the switch.
Maybe the recruiter knows how badly she fucked up, right? You told me it was a she. I'm not being beside you. You told me it was a she.
She was she. Yes, it's her.
So maybe they know how badly they fucked up. And so now they're like going to bat for you. They're in there every day and like, hey, Mr. VP, I know you said only the states that these, but we got a pit bull in Texas. She will do the job so well. And he's like, no, I told you. He's like, okay. And then since it's not hired, hey, Mr. VP, you didn't make a decision yet. Come on. Look, we still got her under consideration. We didn't even tell her that we don't want her yet, right? So that's like, let's turn the lemons into lemonade.
Funny story though. Funny, listen.
The Drizzle King. I just want you to be happy. I just want my, not peasants. What's another word?
Your followers?
No, because I'm the king. You have to follow me.
Your subjects?
Yes, my subjects. That's such a better word than peasants. I just want my subjects to be happy. Okay? The Drizzle King is a fun king.
So did you get promoted from Lord?
I did.
To
there was a whole knighting
Drizzle
ceremony.
King. Okay.
Yeah, me and the cabinet got together and we made it official.
Clearly, they did. Okay.
Didn't you hear the music? It made it official.
Yeah, your coronation. I need you to get like a cape.
I said knighted, and instead I could have said coronation. Fuck, God, it's these moments. It's these moments that tell me how much growing I have to do still, Judy. Thank you for that.
I need you to show up with a robe cape thing in the next episode.
See, subjects, even you can always learn something from your subjects. No matter how menial you think their opinion may be, there is always something to learn from them.
Thank you.
Judy, were you done talking about the ick thing? I'm not sure.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah? All right.
Yeah.
Okay, guys.
It's just going to start spiraling into work things, and I don't want that.
Okay. And guys, I just want to say I'm really sorry for the way that I may be acting on the show. I'm tired. Okay. You thought I was tired last week. Like, I'm tired this week. We filmed we'll talk about it later, but we filmed the whole J-Lo thing on Tuesday. And then yesterday there was baseball, which I get it. It doesn't sound like much, but there's a lot of nerves going the whole time to watch your kid dribble the ball around. Okay, so it takes a lot out of you. So if I'm not on my A game, I'm just saying thanks for being here still. And I'm sorry that it's not, that you're getting, game 1 LeBron instead of game 7 LeBron. Okay. Gosh.
Wow. Yeah, I feel it.
Okay. No. So you were telling me earlier about someone who only pays for stuff with credit cards, and that doesn't compute to me why you would only pay for stuff with specifically a credit card. So what's going on?
It's actually me.
What? That doesn't. Why? Are you broke? Is this how you afford all of your stuff? You can't actually afford anything, so you just put everything on credit?
How dare you?
Is the bank going to take your home?
No.
Keith, this is why she's funneling all the money into the accounts. Because she has a crippling credit card debt. Keith, get out, buddy. I'm only here to help.
I will, okay. Preface. 2019-ish, Judy was in very much high credit card debt. I paid all of my debt off in 3 years. So by 2022, I was credit card debt free. And so from there, from that time point, I was always using like my debit card because obviously we're trying to get out of like credit card debt. So you don't want to add additional debt to your stuff. After I learned from my mistake, I realized that I can make my credit cards actually do work for me now. In that sense that I like getting points and cash back on all my purchases. So what I do, and this is just the OCD in me, anything that I could pay with my credit card, I will pay because I already know like all bills are going to get paid anyways because I have it in my budget. And this is how my mind works, right? So like if it's $100 is going to come for my $100 for car, let's just say car insurance, right? So $100 every month, I'm just going to use my credit card. And then at the end of the week, I pay off my credit card with whatever I purchase because it just makes sense to me. And
So
this
you're
way I'm
paying the
racking up
card
my
off
points.
weekly too?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess like I can't fault the logic it just seems like so many extra steps for like
It's
so
not,
many
though.
extra steps. No, it is because you're going from I'm paying for something the one time, right? To now I'm paying for it 2 times. But you're not paying for it 2 times because you're also doing that 3 more times in the month. So you're complicating it with an extra 4 steps. So look, oh no, I'm sorry, because then you actually have to pay for it. You have to, there's so many extra steps on this thing.
No,
And I get
but
it. It's
listen.
because you get your points. I get it.
Yeah,
You get your
and my
points so
cash
you can get your free latte, or you get, $2.50 back for the 5,000 that you spent. I understand.
Actually, no, it's a lot more than that. You just got to play the system. Look,
Okay, what was this
Apple
amazing
Pay.
thing that you got?
Okay, I didn't get anything. I'm just saying, okay, so I have 2 personal credit cards and then I have a joint credit card that Keith and I have. And they all vary in different point systems. So I love using my Apple Card because I can see all of the transaction and it gets processed right away, right on your phone. And, you always get your cash back, right? So you get 2% if you use Apple Pay, you get 3% if you use it at whatever certain stores and stuff. So whenever I pay like my cell phone bill, I pay it with auto pay, with Apple Pay. So then I get 2% cash back on my cell phone bill. You were already going to pay that bill with the money in your checking account. Why not just pay it with your credit card and get like, $5-6 extra just because you paid it?
$5-6. How much is your fucking bill?
I don't know.
That
Well, no,
2%, that 2 or 3% of it.
Sorry, that's it, $5-6. It's like $2-3, but
We
it
have
adds
like a
up.
$4,000 a month bill. That's why it has to go on the credit card. That's why.
Well, now I got it. Now I'm gonna tell you.
Oh no, it's fine. We believe you. We believe you.
I'm just saying it's little things like that. So now the way Apple does it, I don't know if you have. I think you still had yours, right, or whatever. Regardless, so I only
You
knew
have
about
it,
the
but
Apple
fuck it,
Card
it
because
doesn't
of
matter for
you.
this story.
I'm like, I only had it because of you. I remember.
You did get jealous because I had a metal credit card.
You sure did. You like bang, and it was like, what is that? Anyway.
What? Look, the Drizzle King is a trendsetter. Okay.
God, never. Anyways, but yeah, so all of your cash back with your Apple Card goes into a savings account, and you just see it grow, and it's just money right there that you have just from paying your everyday bills and your groceries. And like, why would you not want that? But the thing is, you have to be responsible because it can get out of hand easily.
Where is this account?
But
Like, did I set it up already, or is there just an account of money somewhere that I should have had access to?
it shows on your wallet.
It does.
Yes.
Let's
You go
see.
into your wallet and then you go into your Apple Card. They
Let's
open
see.
the savings account in your behalf. It should be there.
Oh God.
Ryan's gonna be like, dang, I got some money just chilling in my savings account.
I see payments. Where I don't know where to go.
Like if you just open up your card,
Yeah,
like we're all like it says your card balance, your transactions,
okay.
and savings.
no, I
account
don't
is
have-
there. You don't have a savings.
I don't think so. No, I think. Yeah, no. I think I probably set it up differently. I hope anyway.
I hope so.
God.
Where do you get your cash back?
I don't know. I don't use my card that much. Like the only time, honestly, the only time I use this card is because it's connected to my cloud storage, because it's Apple storage or whatever Why? Because I ran out of storage on my phone one day and they're like, it's only $10 a month. And I was like, how could I not? So, all right, look, I get, if you're paying it off, I understand it. And if it works for you, cool. Like, I feel like, wait, who do you bank with?
My main bank is Ally.
Okay, so I don't know shit about Ally, but I do know about Bank of America. And Bank of America has a lot of the same things built into the debit card. Like, it's similar in which you got to go into the app and then select everything that you want to possibly get cash back for. And then when you go to that place, then you get it. But, I mean, okay, cool. It works for you on, I don't know, like, it's just...
I don't know. It's
just to me, like I said,
things.
it's extra steps of like, okay, you're making an extra $1.50, but it took 3 years off your life to do all this stuff. So was it really worth it? Over time, Judy, when you're in heaven and you're talking to God about what you did over the course of your life, he's gonna be like, God damn, you spent 4 hours a year a week paying bills? What the? That's 4 lifetimes of bill paying for most people. What the hell? You'd be like, look, God, that's just who I is, okay?
It's the vibes that I put out, It works. Y'all gotta make it work for you. Get your points. Get your travel points. If you want
honestly, the fact that you have a savings account and I don't have a savings account,
you should really look into that.
It's another thing about technology that really is bugging me. And I saw something yesterday and I was the most annoyed I had ever been. Okay. In a car. And it didn't involve getting into an accident.
I said you saw that Tesla truck.
No. I saw a BMW SUV. I don't know what model it was. It was BMW SUV. And I'm parked next to it at the light. And I look over, and inside on the dashboard, there was a screen bigger than my laptop.
Oh, yes, I've seen
Like, it
those.
was, like, I can't even show you how large it is on the camera right now. I don't have enough room. But there was a screen, let's say it was 20 inches diagonal, right? And that was their screen. And people have the balls to be pissed off that people are on their phones and we're putting entire supercomputers into fucking BMW consoles? Why do you need a screen that big? How bad are if your eyes are so bad that you need a screen that big, you should be on the road, okay? I mean,
honestly, though, those are it's a little extreme.
No, it's not a little extreme. I'm going to speak for you. I'll gaslight you. I don't care. It is excessive. The screens that they have in Teslas are excessive. Like,
it's like a whole ass iPad.
They're full on iPads, exactly. Yeah. And you expect people, okay, so I understand Tesla has autopilot. Okay, maybe that's the thought process. Tesla has autopilot, and therefore you can have a big ass screen to dick around with because you won't be driving all the time. I ain't seen no BMW autopilot. Germany got that yet? Because they didn't tell us about it. And so this had me thinking, because the screen was curved, right? It was a curved screen, and that is what all the new monitors are coming out with. New televisions, or the new high-end televisions, the new monitors. They're all doing the concave because it's supposed to give you, I guess, more overall depth of view, field of depth, I guess, right? Okay. And it just made me think about screens as a whole over time. Like when we first had television screens, they were flexed out towards us, right? Like that's just how the glass was.
Right, yeah.
And then from there we went to flat screens. And now we're doing concave. Like, and I get it, I sound like a fucking old man, and someone's out there gonna be like, well, Ryan, what you don't understand is that when you're trying to play FPS games in 420 megahertz per second, you need the DPI of your monitor to be at least 4 gigahertz down, plus the, you know, fuck you, Ryan. Like, I get it. I'm gonna get that, okay?
Yeah.
But it seems like what we're getting to, and this is just gonna be the dumbest thing, okay? Because when we get to this point, like, just make it a fucking hologram. But it seems like, you know what a fathead is, Judy?
Are those the things that go on your wall?
Yeah, they're just big.
Like,
they're big posters that go on your wall. You know what they are? They're, like I just said, they're posters. You can roll them up and unroll them, and you put them on the wall. We're gonna have television fatheads where you just take it out of the tube and you unroll it and you stick it on whatever you want. And then you have a television. And at that point, like I said, why do we have to deal with this fucking saran wrap television? Just give me a goddamn hologram.
Yeah. I'm sure it'll come out.
Ryan, people need their televisions. They need a physical thing to be attached to. God damn it. These screens, man.
Do they?
You know what I'm really worried about, honestly, is I'm worried they're going to fuck with my phone.
Okay.
I don't want a concave piece of thing in my pocket, okay? There's already not enough room. Huh?
Just stick to what you have.
I can if they just change the whole model. If one day Apple is just like, and now with the Apple iPhone 55 curves, right? And now my phone is jabbing me in the thigh every 4 minutes because my fat ass needs to lose like an extra 10 pounds and my keys are in one pocket, so I can't put anything in the other pocket, and it's just jabbing me. See, it's not a good look, okay?
You're going to start carrying a Merce.
No. If anything, I would be respectable and carry a fanny pack. Okay.
Oh, okay.
I already but that's the thing. I already have my backpack with me most places. But the backpack is not convenient for having a phone, right? And I don't know how you women do it. That's why you women have it on, it's not on silent. You're like, right? Because you can't feel the vibrating in your purse across the damn room. So it's got to have, no, I need my phone on silent. I can't. It's been on silent for too many years. Anytime, because I'll take the case off, right? And so when you take it off, like it'll click on sound. Yeah. And then I'll hear everything on my phone is like video game and video game theme. So like I'll hear a Hadouken, and that's my text messages, and I'll be like, God damn it, I put my phone on loud.
It's too loud.
Yeah, this is what happens.
Silent it back up.
This is what happens when you work in places that it needs to be behind the scenes silent all the time. When your phone goes off and everyone looks at you like you're a goddamn antichrist.
God.
I don't need to look like Sydney Sweeney in her new movie.
You're right, though. I cannot. I don't think my phone has ever been. I mean, it goes on silent, but if I'm out and about, no.
See?
Full on volume, please.
All right. Judy, we got 2 minutes left. And it is time for the insurance minute. I feel like I have to do it in a really dumb voice for whatever reason. Anyway, this week's question also comes to us from Judy. She asks, why is having a claim bad? Here we are, people.
Like a good
That's
neighbor.
all, yeah.
I'm your overly competitive brother.
I can help new homeowners not become their parents.
My dad served. Passed membership down to me. I'll pass it to her.
A gecko, he can be trusted.
My car!
All right, so the question is, why is it bad to have a claim? Well, there's two types of claims. There's at fault and there's non-at fault. So at fault accidents are bad because you caused an accident. Do you think that if you did something to get grounded, your parents would trust you? No. And who is the insurance company? They're your mommies and daddies of the auto world, okay? Now, a non-at-fault accident normally is not going to affect you. However, if the payout is high enough, and we're talking hundreds of thousands of dollars, at that point it could affect your rate just because there has been a payout on there, but you will not be getting surcharged for something that you didn't cause. Now, on the other side of it too, if you continue to use a certain aspect of your insurance and make a claim through, let's say, emergency roadside, over time they're probably going to take that away because you've used too much of it. And once again, you need a little smack from mommy and daddy. And that's why claims are not good.
Okay. Well, thank you.
Yeah.
I wasn't worried about the at-fault accidents. I was really more worried about the non.
So, I mean,
But
yeah,
still,
like I was saying, when it comes to, this is the thing though, is that people, sorry. People don't realize that claims frequency can be an issue, right? And that's what I was talking about with the emergency roadside. Because let's say with where I work at the boutique, if you use emergency roadside, we're probably charging you maybe, let's say on average, $5 a month, right? Normally it's not even that high. We're charging you $5 a month. How much does it cost for a tow truck?
$200, $100.
Let's say, okay, that's fair. Let's cut that in half and say 100 even, okay?
Okay. Mm-hmm.
So the $5 a month that you give us, and then the one time that you use $100 worth of towing, right? Mm-hmm. So that the timer's ticking on that. Like there is a cost value ratio of which we're not going to keep letting you use this service because it is just costing too much money, right? Probably why all the insurance rates are increasing in general, as we've talked about anyway. All right, fine. Enough super cool insurance talk. I know it's what you guys came here for.
Ryan.
All right, when we come back, we are going to be talking about that fabulous J-Lo movie and everything that happened in that, as well as the return of Judy's Clueless Basketball Picks.
Pew, pew, pew.
I was so excited when I got to tell her about this. And don't tell them what you told me. We'll tell you guys on the other side right here on A Conversation with Judy and Ryan. Woo! Welcome back to A Conversation with Judy and Ryan right here on YouTube at takeabreathpod, also on the Twix and on TikTok for as long as it lasts.
And Instagram.
And the Instagram. Well, you see, here's at some point when TikTok goes away, I'm just going to slide Instagram into where I used to say TikTok. And then people just be like, they'll never even notice. They're like, huh?
True.
So, I don't know.
What?
So... Oh man! All right, my least favorite part of the show. It's time to talk about the shootings because we had some since our last episode. There have been 12 mass shootings.
Damn, 12?
Yep, 12. 9 people dead. 68 injured. Now, of the 12 shootings, how many people do you think have been arrested?
God, at this rate that we've been talking about it, 5.
Close. 7.
7.
And one of them, 4 people got arrested at one of them. Okay? So it's not like, oh, well, we get a good spread. No. Like I say every week, people, the segment is not about taking anyone's guns away. It's not about taking anyone's freedom away. It's just about safety and just understanding the pain that these tools, because that's what they are, these tools cause. And I would feel the same way if every week we had people talking about how somebody had a screwdriver and stabbed 15 people. Right? If that was happening week in, week out, guess what? I bet you someone in Congress would be like, we should really talk about all these screwdriver issues, shouldn't we? Right?
Yeah.
So that's all we're trying to do here is just bring attention to that.
What's funny? Oh, it's not funny, but there was a news article. I didn't read it. It's just like the headline on like either Times or something, but it was like there was a stabbing. It was a stabbing in Europe. Never hear of gun violence in Europe though, but there's a stabbing.
Well, you know why? It's because guns, especially I can't speak for all of Europe, right? Mm-hmm. But I can speak for England. People are not allowed to have guns. But even their police officers don't have guns. Mm-hmm. Right? So that's that's the mindset that they have compared to the mindset that we have here. Yeah. So, and look, I'm not going to get into it. You guys know how I feel. So,
yeah.
All right. Woo. Now that we've talked about guns, it's time to talk about how I wanted to blow my brains out watching this movie. J-Lo's This Is Me Now.
A love story.
It was a love story. Thank you. Mm-hmm. An hour and 5 minutes of my life that I just won't ever be able to get back. And this is one of the very few times that I feel sad about that I won't be able to get that time back. Normally I can rationalize it in one way or another, but this is like deep scars. I'm going to need therapy at some point because of this movie. It's going to be me and Fat Joe in an office talking to each other. For anyone who was wondering, we did a watch along of J-Lo's This Is Me Now. We will be airing the audio of that sometime next week. And the video of it, I'm hoping to edit it this weekend. I just have a feeling it's going to be one of those edits. It's going to take me 40 hours of editing or something. So we'll see when that comes out. But for anyone who's just wondering what the movie was like, it was like a dream within a dream, but then we would jump into reality and then back into the dream.
Right.
And it might have been about J-Lo when she was a little girl or her life story, but we're not exactly sure.
Yeah.
What we do know, what we do know is that J-Lo is really into astrology.
Yes. My God. Yes, she is. I thought Brian is really big into astrology. No, J-Lo.
I mean, she, everything about this movie had something to do with astrology. All of the men that she dated had to be a certain sign. There were, every sign had a celebrity actor. So we had, I'm trying to do it off the top of my head. Keke Palmer played the goddamn Scorpio. Was not happy. Not with Keke, just the character in general. You had Sofia Vergara as Cancer. Yeah. Post Malone as a drunk Leo.
Yeah, that's how this movie went.
It was just, and you're like, wait, all this happened in an hour? Yes, all this happened in an hour, and 5 songs, right? So really, it was only 40 minutes of movie?
Yeah.
Oh, Neil deGrasse Tyson as Taurus.
Yeah, that was a surprise appearance.
And then, so the whole thing is that J-Lo, she keeps being in all these bad relationships, and then from that gets serial married, married after married after married, and then from there, one night comes home with her new beau, and her friends are there, and they're like, we think you have a sex addiction. What?
Yeah, that didn't make sense. That was like the randomest line in that movie.
And it's just like, no, she has it's clear as day, and they don't even like allude to it. They full on tell you, no, she has an addiction to needing to be loved, right? Because what happens later on in the movie, Judy?
She learns to love herself.
How does she learn to love herself?
She goes, it was like, what, a dream, right? Was it a dream?
I don't know. I think it was a
I don't
memory.
remember. No, she was talking to she's talking to Fat Joe about this dream that she has, right, where she's, going through all of her exes or whatever, and then at the end it's like the little version, or the little girl version, her as a child goes up to her and was like, I just need love.
No. She was like, oh, all I ever needed was love. And then J-Lo is like, I've been trying. I'm out here. And she's like, no, I needed you to love me. And the thing that killed me about this movie too, and this will be my Roman Empire for the rest of my life, okay? It's gonna be the thing that I think about no less than 2 to 3 times a week, is when she was remembering about herself as a little girl. By the way, the little girl in the credits was young Jenny, okay? Because they wanted to make it very
little
clear.
Jenny. Little Jenny.
Because they wanted to make it very clear that this wasn't J-Lo. This was Jenny, the real person. But the one is that it's young or little Jenny, whatever, and she's talking about her sister who is asleep. And she was like, my sister used to be able to sleep so easily. And I used to think, how is that possible? I can't sleep. I need to be loved. And I'm like, what? You can't sleep because you're 8 years old and you don't understand love? Someone get this kid a therapist. Stat! Imagine being 8 years old. You know what? My kid is 8 years old. You know what he goes to bed thinking about? How can I get more candy out of mom and dad? Okay? Imagine going to bed and being like, I can't sleep. I need love.
This was seriously a part of this movie, y'all. Like, we're not making any of this up.
And look, I am sitting here laughing about what happened now. I think it's fun to remember this train wreck with Judy. Don't watch it. This is not me giving you a reigning endorsement to don't watch it.
Don't.
Because like I said, I will put it this way. If it was 40 minutes and it was just the cinematic parts of the movie, I might feel differently and I might say, you know what? You could sacrifice 40 minutes of your life. The fact that they put 5 songs in this 1 hour movie.
Yes.
That for me, and look, it's not like they're bangers. There was no Jenny from the Block. Okay. Does she have any other songs? I forget.
Love don't cost a thing.
Yeah, okay. Like there wasn't any of that. It was all
none of that.
It was all her new stuff. And look, I'm not saying it's bad. I'm sure it's fine. I'm never gonna listen to it again. But
neither will I.
If you like J-Lo music, I'm sure that you'll like this stuff. But that's what got it for me, is the fact it was an hour, and of that hour, like a third of it was songs.
And there were a lot of metaphors that we were just all confused about. Like, why are there's these roses that Ryan just kept asking about? Like, what are these roses?
And there was a mechanical heart, and J-Lo, who works in the factory, was the only one who could fix the mechanical heart. And then look,
they're dancing.
Look, you want to know how it started? It started by making me sick. Okay, like it did this weird thing where it just kept panning out to other objects and other images for what felt like It felt like an hour by the time it was done. I looked, it was like 2 minutes in maybe.
Yeah,
but that
it was
alone just set me on a path of being like, I'm already dizzy and the movie just started.
Yeah, that's how I felt too, because yeah, and they try to like tie it in with this fairy tale from like back in the day.
Oh yeah, where J-Lo is some ancient Aztec princess or something. Yeah. I told Judy when we were watching it, this movie was a visual representation of what people talk about when they say an album is overproduced. When you have like too many ideas and too many instruments and too many voices and just too much. Like, I don't think that you could have gotten a good movie out of this. I think you could have gotten a so bad it's good movie out of this, but nah.
No.
But things that are good.
Yeah.
Things that are good. Judy told me she finally finished all 24 hours of her porn book.
I did, and wow, what a great ride it was.
So how did it end?
It actually ends with the main sports doctor getting married and living with all three of her men. I love that for her.
She has a harem of men.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then who are these men? Are they all different players on the team? Is it like does she grab an owner, a GM?
No, it's the starting goalie, the starting goalie, the number one defensive man, and the equipment manager.
You know what's so funny? Is this just sounds like something that was written by like some girl in high school. She's like, when I grow up, I'm going to be a doctor and I'm going to get the entire hockey team to be in love with me.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah.
And I'm going to do it by having sex with all of them because that's all men want. And I'll be so good at sex that they just want to live with me forever, all of them.
But honestly, Ryan's just mocking it. But I will 100% recommend this book to any woman out there who wants to like read something. And it's just, I don't know how it makes you feel. It's just like,
you know how it makes you feel. You know how it makes you feel.
Aside from that part, like it's an actually good story.
Okay, but that's what I'm saying is I'm not mocking it because just to mock it.
Yeah.
I think you're not qualifying it, in my opinion, right?
Yeah.
I think it's a good story if you're looking for a telenovela or a soap opera. You know what I'm saying? Like one of those kind of things. If you're looking for an audio, from what you've said, if you're looking for an audio version of a soap opera, something that you can listen to on your way to work, that's what. If you're telling me that we're putting this story up against fucking Tolstoy,
no, that's, yeah.
Well, you said it's ladies, if you're looking for a good book to read, some all American literature, pucking around.
Say it like that.
But you said a good story.
But it is I don't know how to explain it. I wouldn't say it's like a classic, a novel or something like a fancy. God. If you just want like a mindless read, that's really what it is.
Right.
It's a mindless read where it's okay.
Yes. Where they have a lot of sex and the doctor's vagina is made out of glitter. So the entire starting lineup. The entire starting lineup falls in love with it.
No, that's not how it goes. But
well, she had sex with all of them, and then she got the pick of the litter. So, wait, I'm sorry. Did you say that it's the goalie and the starting defenseman?
Yeah,
she's ruining that team. She's making it so that team has to be all offense. You think that the defense and the goalie are going to get along when it's not his night to have sex with her?
No, see, that's the thing. It just worked out.
It just worked out. Her vagina's just magical like that.
Yeah, there's the thing, right? So let me just explain to you guys. I don't want to ruin the book for any of those who want to read it, but I got to tell Ryan this part. So it's her and these three guys. two of the guys are together with each other because they're bi.
Okay.
The goalie is just in a relationship really with the girl, but they all live together. And she
Yeah,
has
see, this is
relationships with all three.
definitely some high school fan fiction bullshit. This is definitely the equipment manager and the defenseman. Oh, they just both happen to be bi. So not only because this just
And
worked
they're
out
best friends.
perfectly.
They're best friends.
Oh
who
my
didn't
God!
know.
This is
that's the
fucking
thing.
Dawson's Creek on ice. Okay.
I never watched Dawson's Creek.
Oh, I don't think that Dawson and dude from Mighty Ducks were actually fucking, but you know, the close enough for my taste. Okay.
Good times. Good times. And I will say,
Pacey. That's right.
Yes,
Joshua
that's what
Jackson. Now that I've given my brain a moment to breathe, I can remember his entire fucking catalog, but I couldn't in that moment. So.
But yeah, so this is just the first book in. I think it's a series.
Oh God!
It's a pretty
So
good standalone. I don't know if I'm going to continue reading on the other books, but it's in my wish list. So
what are you reading next then?
Oh, so I just started a new series of books. It's called The Penthouse Affair.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Yeah. Not as spicy
Wait,
as
I saw this one on TikTok. This is the one with the girl and she's on a leash and the guy just like drags her around everywhere, right? I saw this on TikTok.
No, I don't think so.
No? It's a different thing? A different thing?
It might be.
Okay. All right.
Or I haven't gotten to that part yet. I don't know. Look, I don't know. But
okay, so what's this one about?
I will say I'm about 13 chapters in, and it barely had any I just got to a sex scene in the book.
Oh, see guys? This is not a good
spicy.
story. This story is
spicy,
not.
But I'm giving it a chance.
This one doesn't give you what you want.
I'm telling y'all, like pucking around, like 2 pages into, I mean, not 2 pages, like 10 minutes into this book, P's and C's all over the place.
So what this probably was is that this was like a boyfriend-girlfriend team in high school, and then she wrote the romantic parts, and he's like, no, we need more fucking. We need it right here, right there, and a couple of those right there. Lots of P's and C's everywhere.
P's and C's everywhere.
But honey, it's about the love that all these people have. It doesn't. The people need dicks, man. They need them in their faces. Do you think they're gonna stick around for love? No, they stick around for the P's and the C's. We just use the story to get them there.
Yeah. So the new book I started, The Penthouse Affairs. It's about a CEO and his intern.
That's not cool. Come on.
So.
Unless that intern is like Will Smith aged in that movie, it's not cool to fuck your intern. Okay.
Will Smith?
Remember he played the movie where he was an intern and he worked for free and his son and him were like homeless or whatever.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. See,
I didn't know he was Pursuit of Happiness.
Yeah, Pursuit of Happiness.
I didn't know he was the intern in that. Oh.
Yeah, that's like the whole thing. He's like, I will work for you for free.
Yeah.
I don't think he said it like that. I don't think he said. Now I'm like on a whole James Van Der Beek thing. I sound like him in Varsity Blues. I don't want your laugh. So I watched that movie way too many times. So it's about a CEO and his
CEO
intern.
and his intern. Yes, it's a young CEO.
Either way, I'm not a fan.
But,
not a fan. This is the kind of shit that gets you put like you get canceled for this kind of stuff, CEO man. You get canceled and you can't come back. Okay.
Okay. Well, I don't know how to gauge it yet, so I'll have to report back after I've gotten more into the book.
So are the chapters just as long? Because you were saying that the other one was like an hour a chapter.
Oh, I don't know if it was an hour. So the last book I read, or the last book I listened to,
Or is
had
24
100
hours long? I'm sorry.
Yeah, the actual whole book. So it was 115 chapters.
Okay.
This one I think is only like 8 hours long total. So it's a shorter.
Damn, 8 hours and we're 13 chapters in and we still haven't had no penetration. That's not a good
We had
book.
one. We had one. It just got to that scene. Yeah.
Well, was it okay? Was that scene
Oh,
described?
it wasn't
well?
even penetration.
What?
This whole thing, she's a virgin.
Oh, fuck this book, okay? Fuck this book.
Which
There's
is
nothing.
something I don't like. Like, why did they? Yeah,
Because this is teenage fan fiction. Guess what? If you go on Reddit and you just put in any anime, you're gonna see so many stories just like this, okay?
I'm sure, man.
Naruto and Sasuke love each other, but they can also be with their wives. No! Not that I'm against it, just like that's not who they are.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, she says because she has no idea about anime at all.
At all.
All right. Judy, you told me earlier that you wanted to talk about boomers being in your Facebook group.
Boomers being boomer.
Yeah, and I'm not gonna lie to you, and this doesn't have anything to do with you specifically, but I'm not gonna lie. When you told me this, I instantly got annoyed. Instantly, just because, like, if we're just talking about who I think represents a social media,
Yeah.
Facebook and boomers are like hand in hand, right?
How did
I would
that
say-
become though?
Because the millennials went over to Twitter and Generation Z is on, well, the millennials went over to Twitter and Instagram, right? And then the Generation Z is on TikTok. And that's and Facebook just need to be somehow, somewhere.
Like, how did they get marketed to them? How did boomers
Life
know
finds
how
a
to
way.
sign up? Sign up for this thing.
Honestly, it was probably
took
just
over.
like, it was probably like everyone was moving away and they were like, well, Mom, it's fine. We can talk on Facebook. What Facebook?
That makes
Oh,
sense.
it's this thing. We can
Yeah.
talk. You can even buy stuff. You could share pictures. And next thing you know, Boomer Central.
But you put it that way, yes, that makes sense, right? Because
Right.
it's all the college kids who started it, and then they were they left home. They want to keep in touch with their. Damn, that makes sense. Wow,
See?
look at you.
Once again.
We make it-
again.
I'll give you this one.
The
I will
Drizzle
give you this
Drizzle
one.
King
I
has
will give you this
bestowed his greatness upon you. And
Thank
once
you.
again, you are welcome.
I actually, you know what? That one, I will give you that. Yes, little round of applause for you
Plus, I also think
for the
that
Drizzle Drizzle King.
I feel like Facebook also does the most emailing. Like when I look through
Ooh, do
my
they send
stuff,
emails?
that could just be me, the way I have things set up where I have it turned off on everything else. But it does seem like Facebook does the most emailing of like, hey, so and so said so and so about this. I don't know. Anyway,
But anyways, yes.
what happened with your
Sorry.
group?
So I'm part of like our city. I'm part of the city, whatever, Facebook group. And there was a boomer asking about, they're like, oh, I want to switch banks. And I'm like, And I didn't look at their profile. Like I clicked it and you can they don't have like a picture of themselves. You know, I didn't know if they were a boomer or not. I should have known from like the question.
From the question.
Yeah. But I just commented, right? I was like, are you a boomer or younger?
Why? Why did you do that?
And then I just said, so are you a boomer or younger? And I'm not trying to be offensive. I was like, are you a boomer or younger? If you're younger, these are the banks I would recommend, right? And they're all like
Online.
They're all online banks, yeah. And just thankfully, the lady that asked it wasn't like a Karen about it, and she's like, "Oh, haha, I'm a boomer, so no, thank you" on the online stuff. But I'm like, okay, and I just feel that they have other areas, and it's always the boomers who ask the dumbest questions in these groups that they could just literally Google, or they can.
See,
Like, why are you asking this group this question and you're not going to see an answer?
So I agree with you on the ease of Googling, okay?
Mm-hmm.
However, that's literally the point of, I can't believe you got me fucking defending boomers. That's literally the point of a community to talk to each other. Why the fuck are you asking questions in this community board? What the fuck? Like, come on.
Oh my God. And then the funniest post, you can clearly see it's like a scam. Somebody posted a scam on the community board, and they're like, oh, they posted a screenshot of their bank account, like, oh, this money was taken from my bank account and blah, blah, blah. Now I can't, she's like, now I can't get my closing costs for my home, and they're going to take my offer away, and blah, blah, blah. Like a whole sad sob story. And all the boomers in there were like, oh no, honey, like call your bank. I'm sure they could do something. And you just see all the boomers just talking. And then, you just see the sprinkle of millennials like, yeah, this is a scam.
I mean,
please don't fall for this.
You gotta let some natural selection happen, people, okay? And I say that as someone, it's gonna happen to me at some point, right? And I'm not saying I'm gonna get scammed, but at some point, like how you're complaining about people, you could just Google it or whatever. At some point, I'm gonna say to Asher, oh, you know what? I don't know the answer to something. I'm gonna Google it. And he's like, you're gonna Google it? You're gonna use your Neuralink and figure it out in your head? Boy, old man. You haven't heard of those?
No.
Oh, yeah, that's the new Elon. Well, not new, but that's the thing that Elon's working on, a microchip you put in your head, and then it's, you have Google in your head.
Oh.
But stuff like that, or it's going to be
you won't need your phone anymore then, right?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. I'm going to be old man on my phone. Like, hold on, I'm going to Google it. Dad, you're an embarrassment, Google. Okay, it's not even the best search engine anymore. It's all about alphas. Alpha search now.
I love the voice that you make of older Asher.
Older Asher is such a bro. He's such a bro.
God.
Dad, we're gonna get a sixer and go surfing. Ha! Dad, some guys tried to sell us Rohypnol, but we said no because we respect the ladies. Ha! Because my son's respectful, okay? He might be a bro and a douche, but he respects people.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. This to me is one of those things when I see boomers doing boomer ass stuff in boomer ass places that I'm just like, I understand why you feel the way you do because it's in your space, right? Like you feel like your space shouldn't be sullied with these dirty boomers. But for me, I'm just like, I mean, if you go outside in the summertime in Vegas, it's going to be hot. What'd you expect?
Yeah, I know. That's the thing. I'm like, why am I still in this group?
Go get you honestly, the fact that you do so much on Facebook astonishes me. Like, I know that you live in Boomerville or whatever, but the fact that you do so much on Facebook, I'm just like, damn.
Yeah, honestly, I don't know what it is. I feel like I stopped using Facebook. And then I got into like Facebook Marketplace, right? And I actually sold my Apple Watch, my old one.
Oh, I was gonna say the new one? You fucking bought it and sold it already?
No, my old one. I just didn't know what else to do with that thing. I was like, it's just hanging out here. But I sold it off of Facebook Marketplace. So last weekend, Keith and I went to a pie festival. And I heard about it on Facebook because it was an ad. Like,
Well,
I don't
yeah,
know.
because you live in Boomerville. Like, you live in the most boomer of boomer places.
I probably do, honestly, actually. Now that I think about it, it's a very boomer city.
You want to know how I know that you live in a boomer ass place? Because I don't know any. I'm not going to speak for myself. I don't know anyone that is on a Facebook community board other than you. So everyone that, and look, maybe there's a couple out there that I'm going to hear from, like Damien's going to hit me up. He's like, dude, I'm on Facebook community boards all the time. But not in a daily part of my life has anyone ever been like, dude, I was on this fucking community board on Facebook today. No one says that.
Oh my God. Okay, Val would say it.
Where does Val live?
Down
In a boomer ass place.
I don't think Hutto is a boomer place.
Where?
She lives in Hutto. What is so funny? It's a city.
Yeah, it's a city. Where is this city? Because I ain't never heard of it. And I know that 90% of our listeners, including both of my mom's subscription accounts, ain't heard of it. Where the fuck is Hutton at?
Hutto. There's no N.
Where's Hutto?
It's down. It's further down south from. It's in Texas. It's a suburb of Austin.
I mean, the fact that it's in Texas, like Boomerville. Texas is like OG Boomerville, and then I would say parts of Florida. Florida's a weird mixed bag. Like, you got a boomer section, you got a Latino section, you got a drug section, you got you got a Florida man section. Come on, we all saw Cocaine Cowboys. Like, there's okay. Let's just.
I did not, but yeah.
You didn't see any of them? Oh, no. Judy, you gotta watch. Like, there's all of them are so good. The first one's good. The second one, Hank or Slinging or whatever with the godmother, which is about the Griselda, the one what Sofia Vergara just played her in that Netflix show, right?
Yeah.
And then there's another one about these two dudes who were like so rich that they just also would race superboats. Like, I'm saying. People ask, why get into drugs? It's because it allows you to do whatever the fuck you want. Oh, okay.
We don't condone that, though. Don't sell drugs.
Oh, yeah.
The thoughts, opinions, and expressions
Totally.
of Flamboy Ryan
Don't
in no
do
way
it.
reflect those of
Don't
Judy
make the
herself,
paper.
the A Conversation with Judy and Ryan podcast, or parent
it's
company
not- it's
Take a
not
Breath
good.
Productions.
I mean,
All
why
rights
would you wanna
reserved.
be super
Copyright
rich?
2020.
It's not good.
Why would you want to be super rich or potentially have an amazing rap career? I mean, why would you do that? I don't know.
I don't know.
Judy, it's time. It's time for the return of No. Sports.
It's been a while. It has
has.
been a while. Wow.
Judy, what is it? When I told you that the NBA playoffs were technically starting, what did you say to me?
I go, damn, a whole year already has passed since I did this.
And then I reminded her that the EP actually wanted to do picks to get into the playoffs, and she was like,
Damn, a whole season.
"No,
has passed?
we'll just wait on that." And then you said, "Sorry, go ahead."
Yeah, I was like, damn, a whole season has passed already since she said that.
So what we have a handy dandy. Oh, I always do this. Handy dandy bracket for you.
All I know is that the Warriors had been eliminated.
They have been eliminated, as have the what was the other team? Either way, it doesn't matter. It was eliminated because they gone. All right. Now we're gonna start on the western side of the bracket. Okay. Mm-hmm. So the Thunder are, and I'm just gonna let you pick who of the three teams you think is just gonna come out of this. Okay. The Thunder is the 1 seed. The team that they will be playing in the 8 seed will either be the Pelicans or the Kings.
So you want me to pick from Thunder, Pelicans, or Kings?
Yes.
I don't want to pick the number one team because it looks like Thunder's number one. Let's go with the Kings.
The Kings. Wow. No respect. Okay. All right. Dropping down to the 4-5 matchup, we got the Clippers versus the Mavericks.
Gotta go for the home team, Mavericks.
Okay. That's actually not a bad selection. Dropping it to the 3-6, we got the Timberwolves versus the Phoenix Suns.
Oh, the Kendall Jenners?
Again, are they still together?
I have no idea. But I'm going to still call them the Kendall Jenners. Let's
Fair
go with
enough.
the Kendall
Phoenix
Jenners.
Kendall Jenners. We're going with the Jenners? Okay. And then in the 2-7 matchup, we got the Lakers versus the Nuggets. I wonder who you're going with.
Not the Lakers.
Exactly.
So Nuggets. Woo!
Exactly. Everything I love, she hates. All right, going over to the eastern side. Oh, no. We'll go over to the eastern side of the bracket.
Okay.
So we have the Celtics going against either the Bulls or the Miami Heat.
Ooh. Miami.
Miami, that one's going to fuck you right there. Jimmy hurt the best player on Miami hurt his knee and might be out until like the Eastern Conference Finals.
Damn, sad. I didn't know that, but okay.
In the 4-5, we got the Cavaliers versus the Magic.
We all know how we feel about Cleveland, so Magic.
Okay, look at you. All right, and now we got the Bucks versus the Pacers.
Bucks.
Bucks? Why?
Giannis.
Who's hurt?
God. Oh, well.
That's why I asked you, because I knew he was hurt and I knew you didn't. And then in the final spot, the 2-7, we got the Knicks against the Sixers.
Knicks.
The Knicks? Okay.
Because we all know how I feel about Philadelphia.
Yes, we do. That's fair. All right, going back to the Western, you have the Kings going against the Mavericks.
Mavs.
Who you pick? Mavs? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And
Still
then
go home team,
Suns
home
against
team.
them. So you're just going to have the Mavs go to the finals, huh? No matter what
Probably.
happens. Okay.
Yeah.
So then we have the Kendall Jenners against the Nuggets.
The Nuggets.
Okay. Wow. Okay. And then going back to the East, we have Miami, who somehow, without their best player, made it again, beat the overall number one seed in the Boston Celtics, going against the scrappy Orlando Magic.
Ooh, Florida teams.
Yeah, an all Florida playoff. Who do you got?
We'll do Orlando.
Orlando? Okay, we got the Magic.
Yes, we'll do Magic.
I wish I hadn't told you about Jimmy's knee. I feel like you would have picked the Magic or the Miami Heat the whole way.
Probably would have.
Oh, what about the Bucks versus the Knicks?
I'm gonna still go with the Bucks.
Okay, you give him Dame his respect. I like that.
I forgot he was on the team.
All right, and then in the Western Conference Finals, we have the Mavericks versus the Nuggets.
The Mavericks.
Yeah, shocker. Well, I don't even know why you said that's possible. No, yes, that's what I'm doing. The Mavs are going the whole way. In Luka, we trust. Huh?
I said yes. In Luka, we trust.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I'm very loud. Okay. And then in the Eastern Conference Finals, you have Orlando versus Milwaukee. A matchup for the ages.
What'd you call them? The scrappy Orlando?
The scrappy Orlando Magic, yeah.
Let's go.
Let's go with the scrappy team. All right, so in the finals, you have the Mavericks beating the Orlando Magic. Oh my God.
This is so funny.
I cannot believe that you have a finals of Dallas and Orlando and you have the Mavericks beating a scrappy Orlando team. Oh my goodness. That's Judy's clueless NBA playoff picks.
Woo.
Oh,
That was good.
I can't. Oh man.
Great.
Just so I could have it in there. I think Boston, and the West is so tough. So screw it. I'm going to say the Lakers. Boston Lakers. Bron gets his fifth championship, okay?
Wow, okay.
I mean,
a classic.
Look,
classic
the West
matchup.
side of the bracket is so stacked, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the East side of the bracket is so injured, except for the fucking Celtics. So I don't know. But I'm excited to see how your picks go. And the gong saves us from talking more sports.
Yeah.
Oh, except I gotta let the people know the hockey playoffs are starting, and we might on the next episode do a Judy's Clueless hockey picks because Judy, who's your favorite team in hockey?
The Golden Knights.
And how many how many games have you watched this year?
0.
So if she hasn't watched any Knights games, I'm not really thinking that she's put a lot of time into the old, looking at the whole overhead tape.
All I know is that the Dallas Stars are the #1 team in the Western Conference, and that's about it.
Okay.
I don't even know who's on the Eastern Conference at that point. Yeah.
All right. Well, yeah, we're definitely going to have to talk about this then. So we will see you guys next week right here on A Conversation with Judy and Ryan. Bye.